What is going on, everybody? Are you guys ready for Friday stock market open after what has been the biggest earnings week, the biggest tech companies, and such disappointment? That's all right, because guys, we're going to be going through everything today, and I am ready for it. Let's do this straight after the intro. Why, hello all. I didn't see you there. How are we going today? The fact is, it's not looking that great right now, guys. But don't worry. We're here to talk about it. We're here to dissect exactly what the hell is going on in these markets. And I want to say a big hello to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us throughout this week, which has been a phenomenal week of earnings. One for the ages in terms of how many large companies were coming out. But it's starting to cool down. The hype, the anticipation, and of course now the reality is setting in. But where are we? We're done with Amazon. Amazon was good. We were right yesterday. We were smelling it out. We were like, we had the sniffer dogs out. They were finding Amazon particles. They knew that the UPS results were out. Smart, big brain people in the community had been messaging me. They said, Tom, UPS is doing well. FedEx is doing well. That means Amazon's doing well. I like the way you guys are thinking. That's the way I do things. Absolutely. If you see it happening around you, if you know everyone's doing it, if you see other companies do it, it starts to pack in. And today, Amazon holders are looking good. I'm also sad, but happy to tell you in some ways that Twitter is a bust today. Now, the reason why I'm happy to tell you that, and you might think, now if you're in Twitter, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Is because Twitter is doing the same thing it always does. Big run, massive bust. And unfortunately, that's why we need to understand the nature of the instrument that we are trading, whether it be a nasty Twitter, whether it be an Amazon, or, of course, the hideous Teladoc. At least it held 170. I put a fence under that thing yesterday. It got through. It was like 169, 168, and it kept coming back up. We don't want that 170 underneath, all right? None of that. None of that. Sherlock Holmes says, I'm great, but the market is bleeding. Truly Messiah says, what the hell is going on? Well, we'll talk about it very soon. But I think it's because there's all that hype, there's all that anticipation, and even though it's a lot of wins, you know, everyone's telling me that they're actually hassling me a lot. They're like, Tom, April wasn't that great. I don't know. I thought April was all right. I mean, this percentage is okay. You know, 5 and a bit percent is pretty good for an index, really. I don't think everyone's used to how boring markets can get just yet. But remember, even during boring markets, there are ways of extracting value. So we'll talk about this chart and everything else soon. But yeah, Sherlock Holmes said, had a few calls for UPS. Amazing. Absolutely. Bradley back putting in the big brain. Thank you very much for using the new emoji. I appreciate that, Bradley. Tom, exact blow off top month. Yes, and Donkin Dave says Twitter is the devil. Twitter is a nasty looking share. I just want to load Twitter up. Let me load Twitter up with everybody before we get into our standard market discussion. Oh God. 12.87% down. No. Oh my God, it's bad. But good news is you're right on support. Yeah, look, Twitter is one of these things that I don't understand how it can always do this. It has these epic runs and epic bust ups. Look at the epic bust up over here. 2018, hideous. 2019, hideous. 2020. Well, of course, that wasn't going to be good. Then a big bull run, hideous busts off earnings, hideous busts, hideous busts. It's like Jack Dorsey. He's just putting all his pressure in on Square, and he's like, Twitter's all right, it's all good. It lost Donald Trump, and it was over. I don't think that's it, but realistically, 56.82, right onto the support here. If you love Twitter for some unknown reason, then yes, it is the kind of area that you want to be looking at. But after such a massive fall off, the only thing about Twitter is it always seems to come back. It always seems to have that little bit of a rebound in it. You can see how important the next couple of zones are. So we've got that kind of $50-ish flat, and then you've got the current 56.57. So somewhere in this zone here, we expect this stock to begin to basically start to find support. It's just really interesting. It happens time and time again. I always say this on the stream, try to recognize whenever we can market sentiment and known things about the trading quantities we're doing. Not in Twitter, says Darryl Wong. That's good. Tesla below the demon number 666 is well S. Yes, we'll have a look at that soon. Yes, unfortunately, many things going down right on the last day of April. Is it some kind of rebalancing? Is it just earnings were lackluster? I have a feeling that the market just kind of ran. It pushed those FANG stocks up. Everything looks good, but let's face it, Wall Street's nasty and they want to come for our money. Exxon Mobil, that had a nice breakout on yesterday. Let's have a look how it ended up. It ended up a little bit more bullish. This was a good closure. It's actually a very good channel. This is a good channel in what many people call boomer stock or boring stock. But yeah, great closure. Strong technicals. Very strong technicals with everything else. Now, when is this announcing? Let me have a look. It should have already probably announced or very soon. So before open, I'm not sure if it's come out yet or it's going to be soonish. But yeah, Exxon, that was a very nice little channel there that we saw in the markets. Let's go through our standard analysis and we'll see what else is going on. Sherlock Holmes says, was on little brain mode for not pulling the trigger on Facebook call before earnings. That were the two that we had. We had the Googles, we had the Facebooks, and we had the Amazons. I'm not going to say we had the Apples here because I did not have the Apples. I told you I had no idea. No idea. I guess I'm glad we didn't have the Apples because that unfortunately did fall back. But the Google into the Facebook made so much sense and it played out. That was a trade, probably more than an investment. Yesterday, of course, we saw it couldn't quite hold up, but it held very, very strong still. I'm not even sure where Facebook is. So let's do our quick move around the markets. Let's have a look at what's going on. Of course, today we have a little bit of blood in the markets, 0.42% down for the S&P, 41.91. Do we need to panic here? You don't really have to panic here, but there is selling at the end of the week. The hype, the anticipation of glorious earnings is coming off. Now, why is this? If you watch my video today, you'll hear what I have to say, and I really just say two things. One, seasonal. May, notoriously bad. However, someone in the private community shared this, and I might bring it on. Why not? Gravity Falls shared this chart. Very good. I'm going to bring it up for you all so you guys get the bonus. The bonus chart. Here it is. S&P 500 post-election year seasonality. Great chart. Seems to have come from Equity Clock. Gravity Falls again. Gets a shout out for this one. Sharing it in the private community. Very, very nice. And it conflicts with what I've been saying. And it says here, hey Tom, May's really great. Post-election year. What are you doing? I would totally agree with it. I just feel that this is one time it's different because we have a recession and we don't always have recessions in these stats. Look at the normal year. The normal year may bad, okay? The normal year versus the post-election year. How conflicting does it get here? How do we cut through this? Oh my God. This chart, I saw it and I went, no. I have another thought process that I think trumps it all, which I'll show you in a minute. But then I saw this and I went, oh my God, What is clear, though, is that post-election years, we have that end-of-year potential weakness as well, which is pretty traditional. That September month, I've told you time and time again on this channel, I hate September. September is the evil month in the year, and that's the one that if you want to play bear games, that's the one that's usually the most statistically average. Now, is November and December great? Yes, usually they are. Thanksgiving week, all of those types of times, we generally see big bullish movements. So which one will play out? Guys, which one is it? Which one is it? May up or May down based on this chart? What do you guys think? This time it's different, lol, says Chris. That's right, this time it's different. I use the seasonalities quite a lot with our TA. I always stick to seasonalities with TA, but that being said, you need to think of it a little bit nuanced. You need to think, where is the price action currently? Are we in a recession? Where exactly are we? Last year, we pretty much did a May video. We proved that May is not statistically that strong either way. It was like 0.1% negative over 100 years. I just go with, if the seasonality agrees with our technical analysis, it makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't. What's the technical analysis doing? What is the price action telling us, guys? It's telling us the actual market sentiment. It's not telling us seasonality, but if we can bring them both together, that's when we get the big brain stuff working together. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Now, this is where I'm at. I'm at here. And I did this in today's video, and I said, look, my big problem is this. We're 8% away from the mean reversion, being the 20 moving average. This is the 20 exponential moving average, my red line. You know, my problem with it is that if you go through almost all times throughout history, okay, you even go back years ago, how long or how far can we get away from the 20 moving average without having a pullback? Here's 8.65%. This is back in 18. Was there any? These were all pretty good years. You know, these were great years in the market. Don't get me wrong. I was around for these years. They were good years. 5% pulls back. And if I had the SPX, which I'll do now, it doesn't usually get that much further away than that. No matter where you go throughout time, it barely gets above that. What is this one over here? 8. So if I'm playing averages and I'm thinking, how far are we away from this 20 moving average? It's unlikely that you can hold away from it. Now, could that mean sideways action? Absolutely, that could mean sideways action. Could that mean just like, you know, does this and super boring? Absolutely. But it could also mean mean reversion. We get back down to the 20 and we do it quickly during a seasonally, slightly statistically bad month. So that's the way I kind of think about it. I'm putting the TA across with the rest, but we don't have to panic yet because, you know what, we haven't really turned around just yet. I mean, I've been talking about being careful in the markets since we got really around this level. We clearly started to see some weakness. We started to see some chop. We thought that earnings might pull us through. We're barely down on that level right now. Good morning, B-Digs. Good to have you here. So what are we looking for in the markets? What tells us that we're going bear? Does today tell us we're going bear? No. But what will tell us is this line here. Now, for some people, that's going to be too far away. They're going to say, Tom, I need to know when we're bear even earlier. Well, you're starting to ruin your statistics. And I'm not saying bear crash, I'm saying correction to the mean. The 4120 is clearly a level I'm looking at. I also look at things like this, where it goes down, it pulls back up, and then it does that. What is that? It's a lightning bolt towards the other direction. So we've got the peak, we've got the trough, we've got the lower peak, and then we have the lower trough. Thank you also very much, all of you that have been liking, subscribing recently. I appreciate it, and super chatting. I'll get round to the super chats very, very soon. Thank you so much. So once we get that lower trough on a significant time frame, ideally 2 hours and above. I'm not a huge fan on the 1 hour kind of reversals unless you're day trading or scalping or something. And then usually you'd be going with the buy side more than the sell side, because what are we in the longer term? The uptrend. But look, that's something I'm looking at. I still think 4120 is the key level here. I'm still very, cautious. I've been looking at the PCC with you. I've been talking about how the put call ratio is kind of like not really showing us the signs that we want to see in a very strong market. We ideally see So many puts open. I want to see puts everywhere. I want to see puts lighten up the charts, puts everywhere. Everyone's buying puts because the market doesn't crash when everyone buys puts. The market crashes when everyone buys calls. That's what I think anyway. US 100, let's have a look here. This one looks a little bit weaker than the rest of the market. So we had our 14,050. This is the futures, but 14,050, check QQQ. You'll see a similar daily resistance. Check, of course, NAS, you'll see the same resistance. And we've got a very clear level of support right around this 13,725. So we're right in the middle of the zone here. Do we think it shells off to this zone? It makes some sense for us to sell to this zone. Do we expect buying pressure here? You generally would. You generally would. We could stay in this for quite some time. We haven't broken to the up and we haven't broken to the down. So I think the NAS is fully locked in. It's stuck in the zone and we don't have an earnings catalyst right now to get us through. So I feel like we could actually decline down to the 13,725 and possibly find some buying pressure. I'd always say because it's the third touchdown, you want to be looking for lightning bolts on the smaller time frames if you're a scalper, if you're a day trader, and you're looking at those time frames, okay? Don't just go, oh, I love 13,725, bye. Because if your plan is to day trade it, it could just do this. Boom, we've all been there. Oh, wow, I got screwed by the algorithm. That sucks. Well, yeah, because you didn't wait for the small confirmation that you need. And sometimes you're going to be frustrated and miss the opportunity. It's the way trading goes. Move on, go to the next one. Move on, go to the next one. If you see buying pressure here and you like what you see and you think it's strong and you can't buy the NAS, go over to some of the Nasdaq stocks. Maybe there's an opportunity in one of those instead. Maybe you can go to the FANG stocks. Maybe you can go to the top 20, the top 30, the top 40. Have a look for the opportunities. There's always another one around the corner. No, we haven't done crypto yet. I just wanted to quickly calm everybody or freak them out before we got started. Welcome to the 1,019 people joining us. Thank you guys. It's great to be here on Friday. I'm feeling the support a lot this week and it's been awesome. IWM hit our first resistance, 230, 229, 230. Dave, did you get out? I know he was looking at that level. Came down, hit the first level that you would think there's some buying pressure and it's stuck in the middle. So IWM, some guy went psycho on me in the chat channel today. He abused me a bit. That's all right. And he said, why aren't you covering IWM? I'm not covering IWM because the problem with the Russell is it's going to be dictated to by the other indices. We don't have clear direction on the NAS. We don't have clear direction on the S&P right now. So how the hell can we figure out what's going on the Russell if the big two aren't telling us clear? So anyway, that's my thoughts. Of course, US 10-year broke out the other day as well. It's hovering through. This could become a problem. We've got a fully fledged double bottom here on the US 10-year. So I've been watching it. And you know I don't care about the US 10-year, but if it does go up to the 1.95, expect that to then be the story again. Oh, rate yields, oh my God, inflation, blah, blah, blah. It's going to go to 1.95 at some point, and it might as well do it now if it's going to do it. And we will get to the super chats in a few moments. Let's go through the crypto markets as we like to do. BTC, it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. We're still struggling around on the daily. Daily 2050, closure below. I made a video today saying yes, almost every time I would take this short because it makes sense. You've got the long leg doji at the point of resistance. You've got the closure below. You know why I don't take it? Because Bitcoin and any crypto is inherently right now incredibly bullish. If you sell into an incredibly bullish market, you get ripped. It's like that face ripper rally the guy was talking about the other day. That's what happens. You get destroyed. You get destroyed. So that's the problem with selling down and going, okay, I'm going to go down to the 52 or I'm going to go to a new low after getting this because it's very, very inherently bullish. There's so much FOMO here. So much FOMO. So I'm still not bullish on BTC until we get back above this zone. I'm cautiously optimistic. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the crypto rally's over. I still think we're moving into a hyper market that won't end in December and January. I believe this whole cycle, and I've said this to crypto people, it's sped up, guys. It's going 1 to 2 months earlier. And you know why? Because not everyone is the same. If everything was the same, plenty of people would make money, yeah? We've got to be ahead of the game. And to be ahead of the game, we've got to think a little bit smarter about this. And I think that we will get a new high. Crypto, BTC will go higher. And I'm looking for a 56.5 on the weekend. I don't know if we'll see it today. 56.5, then we can go to glorious 60,000 town. Then we can go to 65K town, 70K town. And I still maintain there's a possibility here of 100,000 on this coin. I'm not going out there and saying 350,000 this cycle. Ain't going to happen. I'll eat something very weird on stream. Yes, I said, I don't know what it is. I'll eat something bad. I'll eat one of those hot chilies or something. If this thing goes to 350K, this not happening. It's not happening. Sorry. I don't believe so. Again, my opinion doesn't have to be yours. Ethereum still looking really great. This is another teller that the market is actually fairly healthy right now. Ethereum BTC ratio, we checked it out yesterday. Nothing to be concerned about here on ETH just yet. It's kind of grinding higher. Go down to the 2-hour time frame. You'll find what it's supporting on. And I'm watching this because I don't want it to close underneath this 20 moving average. I think then that could actually create a little bit of selling pressure. See how it's slowing down? Because it's only got another 100, 150 in it before it goes through. ADA on support. ADA on support. Go to the 4-hour. Trying to get up there. Actually, in fact, yesterday I thought this would go to 147. It's come back a few times. Hit this 4-hour, 20. You know I love the 4-hour and the 8-hour, guys. 4-hour, 8-hour, 4-hour, 8-hour. Previous resistance becoming support. Buying wicks off there, showing there is accumulation. There is purchasing power here for ADA. So Cardano's still got a good chance to go to the 147, probably the 150 this time round. It looks okay. DOT contending with the 36. Nothing changes from yesterday. Get through 36. We can move towards the $40 town. Nothing changes. Link. Great breakout. Good work, guys. We love Chainlink. We love Chainlink. Look at it go. Yes. Great technicals. I love it. I love the Chainlink. XRP. I messaged in the room today, the private room. I said XRP broke out. The boring becomes crazy. And look at it go. Yeah. XRP. I mean, I hate this coin, but I don't mind trading it. I'm not, let's call me a non-hodl 5,000 on this coin. I'm not hodling this coin. I guess it's just a philosophy on it. But you know what? It looks real good. It looks real good. Why? You got the left shoulder, you got the head, you got the right shoulder, you got a series of higher lows coming in. We talked about it yesterday. We said once we get past the 143, we get a closure out. She going long. And guess what? It is going long. It's looking good. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. So the pickup was, very extreme. Instant breakout, very hard break. Actually went 154 in the break close, which is, I guess you got two ways of trading this, guys. You've got the way where if you think, okay, I like the price action coming in, I could take portion of my trade on just as soon as it gets above maybe that 145, 46, just take a portion in, wait for a portion to close or wait for a portion to pull back. New high is excellent here for XRP. What do you guys think? Is this thing going to the moon? Or is it just going back to those peaks? Let's have a look here at XRP. Congratulations for people that are in this one. I think it proves pretty nicely back into the highs, putting pressure on the 197 again, and it looks all right. So it doesn't look too bad at all. Will S says XRP up, 60% in a week? Probably. 42. 60%. There's a few coins, though, up quite a lot. So XRP got belted, and then it moved up. Doge, what is it, 6th of May? I don't care about Doge right now. I think the other coins are looking better than the Doge. The Doge might even sell off a little bit. Who knows where this thing is? I don't know where it is. It's all hype train. It's all really tweets. So, I mean, when you TA it, yes, is that breakout significant? Yes, that was a good one. But everything else, very hard. Let's go over to some of the super chats now. You've been very patient, knock knock. Very patient, sir. Thank you for waiting for me. $2.99. DBO Invesco DB Oil Fund. Aussie with no oi. Thank you very much, Knock Knock. I know you have a picture of Dr. Disrespect as well. I do love the doctor. I watched his stream. I knew he was going to be a success straight away. Now, DB Oil Fund, is that right? Invesco DB Multi-Sector Com. So I assume this is the one. Now you say, is it a double bottom? So this just trades, what, oil in general, like spot or something, does it? It's a breakout. It had a great trade here. You can see that you had that resistance and then you broke out and then you came back down. That's a great entry price, so well done. Yes, the breakout is happening at this stage. And where could it go to? Could it go back to these highs? It certainly could. I mean, really, you're at the pretty much the mercy of course, things like US oil. So you look at this chart here and you think, are we still going higher? I would still think yes. So I think oil is okay, but this whole pandemic thing, this whole India thing, everything that's going on, the stuff that came out of Europe today, the double dip recession, all of that does cause problems. I think it's an okay chart. And it is a breakout, but you've got to be watching this chart more. And this chart's on support right now. Hopefully it can continue on to 66. Good luck on it. Knock, knock. Not much more to say about that, unfortunately. Anna M. Super Chat $2.99. Can you take a look at ADVM? ADVM. Oh. That was scary. Oh my God. Oh, it's a biotech, that's why. My God. Anna, are you okay? I'm sorry. I guess you're in this one. That is unfortunate. Ooh. And before earnings too. Oh no. Guys, you know what to do. Get those knives out. Get the knives in the chat. That's what we need. Revelation Hope says, I'm waiting for the 55K, obviously talking about Bitcoin. Let's go up here and see what else says. He just buys into a sell-off. Who does? XRP up 60% in a week. Yes, Harry is hiding in a bunker right now. Nah, Harry's out. He's hiding only if he's run out of money to buy his Tesla shares, yeah? I bet Harry drives a Ford. I bet you Harry doesn't drive anything. Harry's smart. He's big brain, guys. He invests his money. You know what he does? He skateboards everywhere. Backwards cap. Converse All-Stars. 90s style. That's what he's doing. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is, of course, the falling knife here, Anna. And look, the only good bit of news is there's so much buying pressure that's around this level. See here, 257. Back in the past, the biotech company has huge amounts of buying pressure. But you know, I'll give you a bit of a tip. Okay, so it fell 62%. The really unfortunate thing about this, and I don't know what the earnings result is or whatever else has happened here, but effectively, when a company moves over 20% that isn't tech and isn't bio, usually, isn't bio or pharma or something, it has an incredibly low statistical chance of recovering. Okay? I learnt this the hard way. I used to buy the greedy little 20% and 50% drops, and I used to think, I am so big brain, I'm going to make 30% when it comes back. That's right. How good am I? I know. At 30% down, 30% up. I'm going to make 40%. It's going to be great. Unfortunately, it's not the way it works. You end up catching the falling knife, and it keeps going down. The only tell here that you know it's over is going to be consolidation with a breakout. Look over to the left-hand side. Even here, big, giant demon drop, consolidation for a while, break to a new high, bang, we're back in. Don't try to pick the bottom. It's bad. It's bad. ADVM, unfortunately, at support, at around that level, but you could be stuck in it for a while. So, yeah, hopefully it recovers. Lou super chatted $5. Love the channel. Thank you very much, Lou. Please look at XLU. Utilities. I see a bull flag with bull engulfing candle. Yesterday's support at 65.5. Bull flag. Well, firstly, yes, utilities is a super hated sector right now. Is it doing... Actually, the utility sector is doing better than I thought it would be. But I want to just show you back in time. Let's just have a quick look here. Oh, yeah. Harry on an electric scooter. That would make sense. A lot of people on electric scooters now. I almost ran one over the other day in a car. Nasty electric scooter people. I got a story for you a little bit later too. I think it's funny. I did it tonight when I was having a walk and I thought, oh, I might tell the stream about this. They'll laugh about it. Okay, so utilities here. Let's go back in time. All right. Go back into a history foretold of the utility sector. So I want to show you how long the utility sector generally takes to recover. Okay, here's the GFC, the global financial crisis. The hideous utility sector. Look how long it took, all right? Oh my God. In September 14, we're there. Then it had this big spurt in it. Had a couple of nice little runs in it. But the thing about utility sector is look what it did near the end of the cycle. 18 to 20. Oh, wow. Look at that return. Look at that. Look at that. Woo. Not bad for a sector. 45%. And the reason why that is because at the end of the cycle, utilities becomes one of the hottest fund management tools because they all look at risk-adjusted returns and they think, oh, I can buy these utilities. They're not that expensive on the PE and they're generally going to be pretty rock solid. It's that late cycle kind of investment that you want. Now, is this a breakout? It certainly is support. You've correctly found support. You've correctly found a little doji. Not a great one, but yes. 20 moving average on the daily. Good. Defensive sector into what could be a bit of a pullback. Usually utilities will hold better than any other sector. So it makes sense. Consumer staples as well. And yeah, I mean, it had to go at the 68. So this is going to be where people are looking for value. So I don't mind your positioning at all. I think you've waited for the closure. I think it's good. Is this a flag? Probably I wouldn't look at it that way. It's a little bit deep for a flag. Remember, I want people to be able to see my flag. But it is a pullback to a key level, finding buy pressure, and the closes are working. I expect this to be a relatively stable kind of move. Thank you very much, Lou. And yes, you are correct. Everything is looking solid around that support. Good luck, sir. NM super chat at $10. Thank you so much. Also, thank you to the 1,241 people joining us today for Friday Market Open. We'll be going back over everything very soon. I am aware that the market is down. Go back, scroll back a little bit. We covered it in some detail. NM super chat $10. Well, firstly, thank you so much, man. Sir, I have AMD 84 calls for 514 and AMAT 134 calls for 5.7. Sell at a loss today or average down? Well, you know, firstly, NM, I can't tell you what to do, bro. This is not more of an educational stream than anything else. However, we can talk about the technicals. So look, we're pre-market 82.73. We had I think, pretty good earnings report. They clawed some server life back. They're smashing it out. Oh, that was loud. Sorry about your ears. We're smashing it out with their laptops. I'll buy an AMD laptop soon. So don't worry, I'll support your share. And yeah, I bought a 50. I bought like whatever this is. What's this? Look, see? I'm supporting you, okay? I bought a 5900 for the stream so we can... Oh, shit, I broke something. And yes, we're ready to go. So basically, AMD is being supported by me, by many people in the community, and I think it's a good level. It's a good level. Resistance, support. Let me just quickly fix this. What did I do? Oh, there we go. There we go. We're all fixed. Not broken anymore. Resistance, support. If buying is going to ensue, it should happen here. And look, the problem is if the rest of the market comes, it's going to tank anyway, yeah? But you've got so much good quality behind you. You've got your series of kind of higher lows. You've got your clear 1, 2, 3 level. It's a solid level. it's going to open underneath it. It's going to open at 82.80. But if the market does recover through today's session, it should find support. You've got a bit of time on those. 14th of May and 7th of May, not so much. And what are you looking at? $84 calls. You got time. You're at support. I mean, if you're a technical analyst, you're at support. You got to make your own decisions, but you know where you are. The other one you want to do was AMAT. Let's have a look at AMAT. How do I buy calls on the VIX? Don't do it. That's from Jeff Thompson. VIX is expensive. You're better off trading an index the opposite way. Because remember, if VIX rises, you're better off trading like a 3x leveraged thing or something. But you've got to obviously go have a look. But yeah, VIX, it's expensive and rolls are crazy. So yeah, I don't even know if there is a market. I've never personally traded an option for the VIX. I don't actually trade the VIX at all. I use an index or an indice or something for it instead, or I'll put, yeah, that's always the way I've done it. 132.60, 135.39 AMAT. You've got what is it? 134s. So you're pretty close. What's this? Industrial machinery. Probably doing pretty well right now. Machinery, I do not expect to do worse. Bullish hammer as well. Looks pretty good on the technicals. I know it's down 132.60 today. Was looking glorious. You want that to close ideally for the week. You've got to kind of play it out here. Pre-market's down. I'm not sure what you want to do, man, but it is the right type of technical. If you feel incredibly bearish, if you think this market can't hold the support and bounce over your time, you've got to do what you've got to do. But the actual technical looks solid. Usually you would just look at this and if you didn't have bias, you would say looks not too bad at all. And you would want a weekly close above this hammer. And when you get that, yeah, looks good. Troy Moo, super chat at $4.49. I know who this is. Hi, Tom. Can you take a look at IOTX? Well, thank you very much, Troy. Thank you very much. May not be your real name. Well, let's have a look at IOTX versus Tether. Well, firstly, congratulations on your rocket ship. I know who this is, guys. 0.76. He's rubbing it in on me. He's rubbing it in. He's like, look at this. Look what I picked. I've been here. Look at my return. 126%. Let's have a look at the smaller time frames. So you can see it struggled a little bit today. I was actually talking about this before. 82 was reached, didn't make it through. Let's see if we've got the full history here for IOTX. Not on this one. Let me get the full history. Who will have the full history? Anyone here? Tether. Maybe this one? Maybe this one. There it is. So when we look at the full history back in the 18 period, IOTX actually went as high as 89. Oh, actually, you should be out of this. You should be out of this. I know you're out of this. So congratulations, you're out of this. He's gloating on us. He's gloating on us. Troy Moo. Give him some claps, people. He's done well. He's gotten out at the 8.7. You better have gotten out of a portion on the 8.7 there, sir. So the way I was looking at this one, guys, I was going back in history and I was looking at it and I thought, we talked about this price here. And we thought, we got to be big brain. We can't be like the plebs out there. And then what the plebs going to do, they're all going to put their orders in at a 10 cents. They're going to put it in at 0.088. They're going to get greedy as hell. So what you do is you put it in at a 0.86. A 0.86. You get a little bit below, or you watch it like a hawk. Congratulations, Troy. Some claps for you in the chat, and thank you for the donation. Congratulations. Jacob, at this point, you just hope it stabilizes. Jacob Mainz, super chatted 200 P's. I don't know what that is. Would love to hear your thoughts on STKL. Synopta. Ooh, you better hold, dude. Hold the line, huddle. Yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on it. All right, daily. Oh my goodness. It's do or die for this stock. It must hold the line. So here's the problem. And it's this. You've got lower kind of peaks here. There's 16, and then it's come down and it's done this day. I don't like that particularly, but you did have a wick that was bought off previously. It's then, luckily for you so far, it has bought off this area with a hammer. Good. It's bought again, and it's bought again with wicks. That's excellent. Because it's bought, you got momentum, momentum, momentum. Let's hope you get a new high. I want to see 1280 plus. And then that can tell us that, hey, this was just an anomaly. Let's move back to the 1311, a problem zone for you for sure. And then if we get through 1311, you're back in being able to go towards your 16 again, which is what you want. But ultimately, it's these three candles that we're looking at. You do not want any of these wicks to be taken out to the short side. If that happens, you're in pretty much a fully fledged, giant, big weakness candle that'll go all the way to 10. It'll push you like to 10 or to 1050, something like that. So I don't think you want that. Let's get the follow through. Let's go to a 1280 plus. Then you go to 1310. Once you get through 1310, then you can move towards, I'm feeling quite bullish about it all of a sudden. Then you can go back to your 1580s, your 16s. So good luck on this one. But my thought process is, it's these three candles are the tell. These three candles are the tell. Let's get some follow through on that one. Alpha T, super chat at $5. Tom, UFT crypto identified. Oh, wait. I got to go back. Sorry. Full in Japan. 200 yen. Tom, could you take a look at gold and engine coin? All right, let's have a look at gold. So in the video today, we talked about gold. We talked about how the last point, the point that we had here, the last support right around that 1756, 1755 zone was found and instantly supported with buyers. But we have issues. And this has been quite a disappointing one, I must say. Like, I don't think I'm like overly disappointed in it because the target was 1825. It got close to 1800. Of course, that was going to be a problem. Sold off a little bit. And then we're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. But it depends what your expectations are. And it depends how fast you want to be in stuff. Now, I've got good news. If we get a closure above the 1774 again, I think we're going long. And there's a couple of reasons. Mostly because of all these rejections. So we have a rejection wick, a rejection wick, a rejection wick, a rejection wick, and two moving averages that have actually crossed down. So if we can go long here, that would be great. However, the dollar index is working against us. So let's go over to the dollar index. We haven't checked it out yet. Dollar index is here. You can see where it is. It needs to short today. Sell off, right? We want it to sell off around here. Previous support. Let's become resistance and sell off. At worst case, we get to the 50 and hopefully pull back. So we want to see another sell-off in dollar index, and that will drive gold through. I'm watching like a hawk the 1774. I think it's a very important level. I want to see a closure on a 4-hour and 8-hour above that zone. Let's have a look at the 8-hour, actually. Yeah, about that 1774. Maybe get another piece of data there as well. Let's check out engine coin for you. Haven't looked at this in a while. Okay, looking pretty good. 8-hour chart is good. Nice. Kind of similar to XRP, actually, in this way. So you got your inverse head and shoulders. You've got your series of higher lows. You've got your nice bullish little candles here. Not sure what the volume looks like. Maybe check the volume that's accumulating here as well. If it's getting bigger, I would love to see a 278 plus close breakout on the 8-hour. So have a look at the 4-hour or the 4-hour. And when we get that, let's see if it proofs. As a community together, we can see if it proofs. Oh, good. Nice. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah. That's my feelings on it. Not bad. Engine coin is okay. Alpha T, super chat at $5. Tom, UFT crypto identified a wedge at 1 hour. Waited for confirmation, but don't understand why it's pulling back. Confirmation candle went too high. Probably went too high, yeah. Let's have a look at UFT. Oh, it's a very small crypto. A wedge. I don't understand. Versus what? UFT versus Tether? UFT versus Bitcoin, or UFT versus Ethereum? That to me just looks like it's straight into resistance. That literally looks like it's straight into resistance. I mean, I'm looking on the daily here. Let's have a look at the smaller time frames. You said 1 hour. Okay, that's where you are. Ah. Well, when you say you're having problems with this, I'm not too sure what you mean. Like, you wait for the close and you're worried about it selling off. Fair enough. But that's how it goes. You've got to expect it to pull. It doesn't just go close, buy every single time. That's not the way it goes, I don't think. Well, it never does. Let's have a look at the 2 hour. 2 hour closed above, good. 4 hour. 4 hour closed above, good. 8 hour. 8 hour didn't close above. You are at a heavy resistance with lots of wicks. If you want that kind of massive momentum, you've got to take the wicks out. So you would have wanted right above here. That would give you it. But I don't think I would be concerned over this right now. It's just pulled back. You expect buying pressure back at the 213. This is just the conservative entry. Closure happens and it pulls back. Ideally, actually, you get a closure like there and then it pulls back to this zone. That's actually what you want. You don't want it necessarily just going off like that. That's not normal trading. Crypto just goes off into the sun, I understand. But normal trading is you get a conservative entry probably 50% of the time. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Could come down a little bit more. Hopefully it finds support around 2.14 for you, and then it can bounce off. I mean, what is that as a percentage? 12-ish% is what it is. Daily. That's a massive, it's a formidable level that you're trying to break out here from. So yeah, I see what you're doing, and the name of this is an ascending triangle is what you're trying to trade, an ascending triangle. And you're doing it from body closures on the 1 hour, but you've got to pay attention to these wicks. You still have to pay attention to these wicks and the level. So I understand that you're at the closes and everything, but go back out to the higher time frames, check it out, because that is some serious resistance you're trying to break through there. Alpha T says BUSD, yeah. Yeah, that's the one we're on. I see it. But I would expect it to come back down here. Hopefully it buys off the 2.14, and in future, all I would do is if you want that explosive move, you need it through the wicks. Any closure above those wicks there would be key. It's just that there's two of them. If there's only one of them, okay, but there's two of them. Look at the history. All right, guys, we're all caught up there. Let's have a look at the chat. Let's see what you guys have been saying. You're talking about Ford a lot, and Tesla doesn't matter, guys. Who cares about Ford or Tesla? All right. We'll look at Tesla soon from the charts and check it out. Let's get this like up to 500. We have 1,300 plus watching and only 386 likes. Smash the like, says Mr. Filco. Thank you very much, Mr. Filco. Let's have a look around the markets, actually. Let's click on this. Okay, let's click on what's green. I assume Amazon is green. Amazon, 2% up, 3,542. Is it on its way to the 3,800, 3,900 promised land? Probably. Now, let's go all to the others. Not that much other stuff that we like here. Let's go over to the other side. What is here? Square down 1.9%. Yes, Square could get beaten up here ahead of earnings because the market is falling here. Now, what else do we have? We've got Zscaler. We've got all of the favorites are going to get under fire throughout today. That is what happens. We go through the watch list, click on the pre-market. Ooh, MVIS, 25% down. That's what happens when we trade. If you trade those kind of stocks, they get very, very crazy. So Media, Tilray, Afria, it's all red. Palantir, 24 still eludes it. Down 2%, 22.89, back in the hodl area. And then we've got Riot Blockchain up and Marathon Digital Holdings. So Mara and Riot up because Bitcoin's kind of recovering a little bit here. and then the rest are down. So it is a bit of a red day for a lot of retail stocks. We'll go back over to the US 100. Let's have a look. 13,866 in the middle of our trap range. 14,050 is the resistance and 13,728 is the support. If you're taking a look at this from a technical and you say we're looking at the futures, you would have to say that it is looking short for the session. I mean, you've got a 4-hour closing in 1 hour here. If this closes bearish, look, support, wick buying, bad candle, terrible candle. That's a negative candle coming in here. You would have to think it's going to support. That's the type of thing. Now, I don't trade off the futures because I've learned better than to trade off the futures. But these futures candles are showing us that the market, upon closure, should go towards the 13,725. What do you guys think about that? Please do CRBP. Do you mean CRBP or do you mean CRISPR? CRBP. What's that? Is the May 1st silver squeeze going to happen? I have no idea. I just heard them talking about it. I don't know. Oh, Zomedica. You keep missing the C. Fair enough. Olaban $100. Thank you very much for letting me know that. Thank you very much for letting me know that. What do you see in the US dollar yen? Whoa, will we do a currency today? Maybe we'll check out that one. Look for the Tesla bounce off 660. ARK-K will support. What did ARK-K buy? Did they buy anything yesterday? Let's have a look here. Refresh. That looked like a 90s website right there. Welcome to the 1,407 viewers joining us. We are just over half an hour, 38 minutes away from market open. So they bought Spotify during the pullback there. They bought some more Shop. They're obviously getting pretty bullish on Shop. They sold some Roku. They sold more Square. So they've been selling a lot of Square. I'll be saying that. They sold some Zed. They bought more Coin. They bought more Tesla. They bought more Tesla the day before. They bought more T-Doc. And yeah, that's how they feel. They feel okay about the T-Docs. Boy, oh boy, the T-Docs. Boy, oh boy. All right, let's go back over to the charts. All right, let's do the Tesla. 664 at this stage. So we had our support at the devil number around this, well, just above 668 support here. If we get a closure below, now you're saying that they're going to buy 660, you think, Harry? I don't know if I agree. I mean, they may buy more, but they're pretty heavily weighted. I understand that they supposedly can buy more now in their fund, but I'm kind of thinking 600, guys. I mean, what do you guys think? If Tesla gets through here, where's it going? Is it going to where they purchased it last time, where ARK purchased it last time? 625? Or is it going to 600 or somewhere else? What does the community think about Tesla? Give me your prices now for the next week on Tesla. Where do you think this is going? Let's discuss it. MSTR smashed earnings and revenue, $5 billion in Bitcoin assets. Can you check the charts, please? We'll do in just a few moments. Peter Kumar says CRBP was around 9s, then crashed to 1, now getting over 2. We'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at it. So, yeah, I'm feeling kind of like if it closed under here, it's going all the way down to 600. I'm sorry to tell you that, but especially if the Nas gets through that support. It's probably going to be more the Nasdaq that does it. So Michael Davis says 600. Alberlo says 512. SW says 550, 625, 600, 500, 700, 500, 465, 650, 625, 300. Joe Carey. Brent Masenko, you're mean, man. 500, 500. And then Dispor says 500 likes. Just saying. All right, man. I know what that means. Remember, get into the private Discord. Oh, sorry, not the private Discord. We'll get in there if you want to, but get into the public Discord, guys. Come and join us in there. Get the memes going. We're going to make a new video, as we always do, for next week. So I want to see memes flowing in the link in the Discord community. Why not jump on in, come over here, look at the Discord community. And for anyone that hasn't linked up their stuff, look at this. We've got a beautiful image here today, guys. Look at this. Garth, shout out to you for also doing this, whatever this is, server boosting. Thank you very much. Your evolution starts here. We've got some sweet memes. Look at these memes. Oh, man. I love this meme so much. Just every time it always happens, it's good. That's true. Why didn't I buy ETH at $200? More likely, why didn't I buy ETH when I knew about it when it was like 20 cents? But yeah, sweet memes. We put them in the intro, and it's always a lot of fun checking them out. And remember, there is all these extra rooms that the private members get access to if you're ever interested in getting in there. But at least come into the public and join on in. Let's go over here, get the intro ready. What intro are we up to? We're up to intro 8. Intro 8. Switch it on over. Alright guys, could be a bit of a bloodbath today. Well, that's loud. Let me just turn that down a little bit. Whew. But we're here together. We're going to do this. 1,437 of us right now. Right, Q, it's your artwork. Thank you so much. There we go. Deafening. Yeah, that was really loud. I probably scared a few people away, but I'm sure you're awake now for the market. 664. Q, you did well. Tom, stop making it so short. What, you want me to do the full thing coming in? 1 minute of just intro music? I don't know if we can do that. Was it you that made the bulls, Q? I can't remember. I remember someone had the idea, and then you popped it in there. I put a glow around it, and it looks really nice now. I think that was awesome. All right, we've got some other ones coming in here. Some other donations. Denise Oki says $4.99. Is TA for Forex basically the same as stocks? Exactly the same. Just don't use volume. Okay, so if we do, let's do US dollar yen. Let's do US dollar yen. All right. Ooh. In fact, I actually quite enjoy, Forex is pretty much where I cut my teeth in TA. So, yeah, I love the US dollar yen right now, guys. Because there's a few things that make it really great. Whoa. Paul Nanny, resubscribing here to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate it. And welcome back to the community. Enjoy the new emoticons. Fence is coming, guys. So yeah, it's the exact same TA. Basically Forex, it's purely TA because you can't really do fundamentals properly on that. And some people say, oh, I understand the fundamentals of the country. Good luck doing it on a 4-hour chart and a 15-minute chart. If you're going to trade fundamentals in Forex, you got to be on those weeklies, on those monthly charts, and you got to be holding it for a bit of time. So look, series of lower peaks coming through. You know that you broke through that down here, especially once you got through to the new trend line, which is like that. So you had two trend lines coming through. For me, I'd be looking at a closure here because I've learned better than to think that's the breakout, even though it was. And then around this point, I would have been getting long, and you now don't have any closures above this zone. I'd go to like an 8-hour. I'd be looking for confirmation breaks above that. And then you could be thinking, yes, this thing's going back up to the 109.80, etc., etc. There's a little bit of problems here, but I think it looks quite good. It looks quite good on the charts. And yeah, it's the exact same type of TA. Just don't use the volume. The volume's fake. Completely fake. No doubt it is fake. Because the thing about all of these Forex currencies is they don't go through like a central body. There's no centralized exchange. Let's do Dylan Barker's super chat now. $5. Hey, Tom, can you check out Ethereum Classic? Certainly can. Certainly can check out Ethereum Classic. I don't remember the code. Ethereum Classic. Wow, it went up quite a lot, didn't it? I need probably to go over Ethereum Classic versus like something else. I mean, it's breaking out, no doubt. God, it has some wild swings on it. 50% down. Yeah, look, these two candles here on the 8 hour are quite good. I mean, you know, these are basically little bullish hammers, follow through, resistance, closure occurring right now in what, 2 hours 58. 4 hour will also be up quite a lot. And if the 4 hour is up, it looks great as well. 4 hour 20 is holding it. 38 would be the target. Is it really worthwhile to be in it? That's the question. So yes, closure here looks good. I'd love to see a little bit of a closure above here, and that should signal your 38, if not even higher point. It looks strong. I'd also go to Ethereum Classic versus ETH kind of ratios and be trading it more based on the ratio. When it ran over here, when did it run? 15th of April. So was that running with Ethereum? Or was that running off some other thing? I don't know. I'd have to go do a lot more research on this one. I haven't done the due diligence on it. But it looks like a breakout, and it looks set towards the 38, if not even higher. If not even higher. How low can Twitter go? About $50. Will S, about $50. So Dylan Barker, thank you for your super chat. Breakout is about to confirm in, what is that, 2 hours 57. You could use a 2 hour if you wanted to and wait just until 57 minutes till it gets above here, and you would be also looking all right. Ola Bandola 100 super chatted SEC $20. Could we have a look at crypto swipe SXP? Certainly can. SXP swipe. Wow, big return. Daily. Not really any breakout trades if you're in it. Looks fine. Yeah, it's having problems with the 5, of course. It's just kind of doing its thing. This is good. So the longer it does this, where it consolidates before trying to break out, the more likely it is that it smashes a new all-high. Why? Because if it's consolidating, a lot of people don't know this, but when the market goes around 80% or 70% of what you expect and then starts to slow down and consolidate or coil, when it does originally go for 5, a lot of people will try selling or take their profit here. And that's a mistake. When it coils below a number and then it goes to that number, it smashes that number. Boom. Straight on through. Let's go. To the moon, baby. And that's the kind of zone that we get. That's what we're looking for. So I don't mind it coiling here for a while. Ideally, it coils maybe another 2-3 candles and then breaks out, hits the 5, hits through that, and then you get a new all-time peak. I mean, it's looking okay, but there's no particular trade that I'd be like, oh, I love this to get into right now. I think if you're in it, you're feeling good. If you're not in it, on to the next one. There's no strong like entry point. There's just a good level of consolidation at this zone. Thank you very much for the SEC 20. Sir Dogelot, super chat $2. Thank you, Sir Dogelot. Appreciate that. Paul Nanny again became a member. Thank you. And Brian Grant, super chat $5. Good morning, Tom. ENPH, good earnings, average future guidance, price drop like a bomb, recovery to 164. Yeah, N-Phase got destroyed, didn't it? So N-Phase is right on the support that it needs to be. 141 in the pre-market. You can see here it went down to the 139. We know this is the zone that it has to hold, because if N-Phase can't hold this level, it's bust town, Bust-a-Ramus town for it. Bust-a-Ramus town for it. Can it return back to the 163? Of course it can. I didn't look at the earnings call for this, but yeah, straight on support, little bounce, big gap. This type of stock that can recover, even though I was talking about those 20% drops. How much is this as a percentage drop? Less than 20. Okay, that's all right. So it can recover. Ideally, you don't want 20% plus drops off a gap. That is bad. They usually cannot come back. And I would expect yeah, buying pressure here, just like yesterday. So even though with the 141, even if the market dropped, it's such a low base that there should be some accumulation there. Realistically, that's what we're looking at. Yeah, nothing else. I would be looking for like a lightning bolt, smaller time frame. Ideally, base formation in golf, something else. But M phase is right on support. Good luck with this. Morning all. Have you all been liking this or smashing the like button? Thank you very much, Chronically Sam. Good morning. Coiling like a snake, says Truly Messiah. Absolutely coiling like a mistake. Woke up to Tesla dying, says Manny Fresh. Yes. Unfortunately, Tesla 664, the nasty candle over here, signaled badness, and we got it yesterday, and we're getting it again today. Pinot Bourdon says Square. Yeah, we'll have a look at Square. 243 on the pre. So where is the hold support? Boom. Right there, 240. So we need the 240 to hold here. Otherwise, Square's going back down to 200 town, or at least 220 town. Earnings coming up. Earnings call 7th of May. So what day is that for you guys? It would be next Friday. So next Friday, we're going to have Square earnings. We'll find out whether Jack Dorsey's been good or bad. I guess, look, the Bitcoin side's going to do well. So the Cash App side's going to do well. Is it going to do phenomenally, though? The January, I would say yes. I would say the Cash App's going to be crazy, but it's still stupid. They should be building it out. I don't know why they're not building it out. So yeah, Square 240, ideally, right on that zone is where we find buying pressure. And I could see it going right back down there. Let's have a quick look at Teladoc as well, because some people are concerned about this. Hold the line 170. Ideally, it just holds here and doesn't go down. I think Teladoc's probably less susceptible to a market crash if it does happen in May, unless we get through this line. If we can hold through this line, then yeah, you can start to consolidate again. We're looking for a lot more action though before it really starts to heat up. This is no trade. That is no trade. This is like if you like the stock and you want to hold the stock, it's a good potential entry zone, but it is not a trade. That is a horror trade if you try trading that. Now, the other one you wanted was mRNA, I believe it was. Was it mRNA? Wasn't Moderna, was it? No, it wasn't Moderna. There was something somebody said. I don't know what it was. Something about Bitcoin. Check gold. Yeah, we looked at gold. We're just waiting for another $4. We want the 1774 plus. Should be looking at SPX correction finally with the smiley face. That's right. SPX correction may end up happening, but we don't even know it's going short until 41.20 at this stage. Or we've got trough, lower peak, lower trough. There's no other way other than gut feel based on that weekly mean reversion. So how far we are away from the weekly. I did it before with everybody. I'll do it again. Percentage, 7.58%, around that 8 to 7% is too far away from the mean. Usually that means a pullback or correction is coming. Usually it means that. It was MSTR. Okay, thanks. MicroStrategy. Up 0.01. So this was the one that, made lots of Bitcoins. Support, still, we maintain the same level as we did last time. Let's have a look at the daily. Oh, it's all over the place. 690. Probably would like it to hover here, get a new break high of that moving average, and then you could start seeing it back to the 800. So look, it looks good. I mean, it's formed base. Could get that kind of thing, or on the 4 hour, that kind of thing. Lightning bolt. Seems like 687 for some reason is the resistance here. Looks okay. Looks okay. Jose de Ponte Pereira, $5. Hi, Tom. Can you check out eBay and Starbucks? Cool. Some new stocks. Starbucks. Yes. Starbucks. I'm actually bearish on Starbucks, but I don't know when I'm bearish on Starbucks. And I'll explain to you why. So Starbucks is a huge beneficiary of what's going on in many countries, which is coffee shops going bankrupt. And Starbucks is glorious for that. But the problem is going to be, I think there's a lot of smart entrepreneurial people that have gone through this damn COVID and they're like, stuff this. I'm going to take my life savings. I'm going to finally do what I want to do. I'm going to open my cafe. I'm going to get my square. I'm going to open it all and we're going to make coffee. All right. Or whatever else we're going to do. And I do think competition will come back. We did a bit of a survey about 3-4 weeks ago on this channel, and we found that people thought that around 30 to 40% of their local coffee shops in America went bust over the pandemic. Now, if that's true, Starbucks is an instant, what we could call sugar high from that point. We've also seen it through a few other fast food chains. I think that is going to go away. Now, that's my extra social arb concept. I could be completely wrong, but it doesn't make me bullish on the stock anymore. I think it was a smart play to play it, but then after that, yeah. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan. Back to support, resistance here at the 111, then it's bounced through, and there could be another couple of good earnings calls here for it. So yeah, look, it may all happen out. Resistance becoming support, that's good. Nice engulf over the top, or nice like gap up break. Yeah, I mean, it looks bullish. Looks bullish. Could be relatively defensive. Could go to a new high. It's not great. I think it's pretty far away from the 20. It looks bullish more than bearish, of course. It's not strong either way. And sometimes I like to give you guys like some options, but with this one, kind of feel like it's in the middle ground. Nothing going on it. The other one you wanted was eBay. Scott Graham says, Garnham says Starbucks is crap coffee. Hey, I agree. I don't drink Starbucks at all. But I'm from Melbourne. So we're like Melbourne, as you guys say in America. I love that, Melbourne. Yeah, we're arrogant. We don't drink no Starbucks. I mean, there are Starbucks here, but it's mostly international people that drink it. It is not popular. Starbucks died when it first came to Australia. They came in and no one drank it. Because in Melbourne, we're too arrogant against that kind of coffee. Now, is it bad? It's okay. It's okay. But I'd rather just go to 7-Eleven and buy the $2 coffee or $1 coffee. It's the same thing to me, but I can get one for $1. Why pay $7 for overpriced Starbucks coffee? Resistance being met, 64, now down to 55. Earnings call came out for this, I believe. 2 week, kind of like on support, monthly. Oh, eBay. I'm actually surprised it's not doing better. But then again, I'm not surprised. eBay's been kind of like a... Look, 200's been very compelling to be purchasing off. 200 simple moving average there. Very compelling level. 8 hour. 16 minutes off pre-market, by the way, off the market opening here. Pretty... I don't know. You're just basically trading the 200 and you're trading kind of in the middle of nowhere land. Like a 55. It looks okay. I think that it's earnings. Obviously, earnings has pushed it down. I haven't read the call, but it is on the level of support that I expect some buyers to gain control at. So yeah, eBay looks good. Cheapskate 7-Eleven says Truly Messiah. That's right. Nah, I drink from coffee shops or make my own. But yes. Oh, I'm saying to me, the 7-Eleven is the same as the Starbucks. Graham Newland says, I can see Tom opening the Traders Cafe in Melbourne. Best coffee in the world in Melbourne. That's correct. We do have the best. Melbourne. Eng UST moving, says PK Southern. We checked that one out before. Looked all right. Where you're getting your figures? Where are we here? My local coffee shop used his money to remodel. Canada closed dozens of Starbucks locations. Starbucks is brown sugar water. Starbucks is crap. Starbucks huge in Asia. Correct. Massive there. Everyone goes and studies there and then just eats all of the cream off the top. It's mad. Support your local coffee shop? Absolutely. I do. I go down there. I buy my coffees. It's all good. with your super chat money. Starbucks is going into China. Yeah, it's probably going to do well. So look, there's benefits and there's drawbacks. I just guess I'm giving my drawback to it. And I think it's a big deal. I also think that whenever you go into China, you can do well for a while. And then sometimes they close the clamp on you. So it's not always as good a growth opportunity as some people think. Okay, next donation here. Gilliam Parent, Canadian, probably butchered your name. Canadian, $2.79. Can you take a look at TAP? Molson Coors. Molson Coors had the earnings call yesterday. I know a little bit about this stock. So this is the one that obviously has the Topo Chico or something like that. They're distributing, very strangely distributing for Coca-Cola. Good earnings here, or at least pretty damn solid. You can see yesterday put on 7%, it looks like, $3.63. So it's been relatively kind of like slow, but it's looking for that breakout. And the thing about this Molson Coors is it's been in a nice little channel, and I think it's actually going to break out of that. Like, it's been in a nice little kind of, meandering up, finding a little bit of resistance. We're now getting a daily close above all others. I think it looks relatively strong, upwards of the $60 range. Now, for a lot of people, that's going to be a boring stock, but yeah, up to the $60 makes sense. I haven't personally tried Topo Chico. I don't know if it's any good. But it's a beverage business. They've been doing real bad for a long time. Getting distribution rights from Coke is a big deal, especially if it works out, because I believe in America, like, distributing alcohol is quite difficult throughout all the states. Every state is different. Every state has different laws. So if this works, they could get more distribution rights. They've also got a whole bunch of other products that have been launching, and they're behind the times, but they're still one of the biggest. So they'll get the shelf space and start crushing the little guys. If you trade this kind of thing, you got to go try their product. If they have, didn't they have like the Rocks energy drink? I think they've got the Rocks energy drink. Let me have a look. Who distributes the Rocks energy drink? Who distributes the Rocks energy drink? Bang. Molson Coors, yeah. There you go. Very cool. There we go. Anything the Rock touches, it's like gold, yeah. Well done on this. Looks like the breakout is occurring. $60 is the next level. 7-Eleven coffee is a bit bitter than Starbucks. Yeah, it's crap. But it's $1 and Starbucks is $7. It's $1. If you're going to drink crappy coffee, you might as well just pay $1 for it. Thank you very much, Gillian Parent. Good luck on that one. Rocktopus 306 super chat $10 Canadian. Thank you very much, sir. Almost caught up. 1, how do I get out access to analyst help in Discord? 2, what is the first stonk? What was your first stonk? My first stonk. West Farmers. I think West Farmers. Australian company. Boring. Then I found out that West Farmers had coal and I sold it. This was my first ever stock, guys. When I was 14, I got this stock. So where was I? I was over here somewhere. And I bought the stock and I thought, oh my God, this is the stock for me. And why did I buy it? Because I knew one of the companies they owned. That's it. I just bought it because it had a dividend and that's about it. So yep, this is my first stonk. How do you get access to analyst help in Discord? So if you want to join the private Discord, you can do it through fxevolution.com, or you can become a day trader on this membership here. So you can do either or, and that gives you full access to the whole group. Yeah, so this was my first stock. It's pretty defensive, pretty boring. Australians will know what it is. And then since then, it kind of got my love into it. This is the what. But I tell you what, my first stock should have been Apple. My first American stock was Apple. Yeah. It was Apple. I don't think I owned an American stock before 2008, 2007. Yeah, it was Apple. I bought it during the global financial crisis. $70. It's a good deal. I remember I thought, damn, I love these Intel Macs. I'm going to buy this thing. Knew nothing, of course, about it, but Other than I loved Apple and I liked the product back then. I thought the iPhone, which was going to come out, was rumored back then, I believe. I can't remember if it was out by that time. 2007. Which I started buying those recently. If you guys have a minty fresh iPhone, I want this, guys. Find it for me. iPhone 4G sealed. The first one ever. I will pay good money for it. Find it for me. Non-dodgy. That's the problem. I'll pay overs to make sure it's sealed. I want sealed 4G iPhone original. Not the 3G model. I want the American version and the 4 gigabyte. That's the one we want. All right, we've got 9 minutes here till the market opens. You guys know what that means. It means it's time for us to break down what's going on and to do these final super chats that are coming in. So we're going to cover the US 100 down, unfortunately, right now. We'll put in our levels for the day. 13,860. It is down 0.7. Little bit of blood. Not too much blood, but yes, could be some more. Let's get our supports up. Why am I on a 5-minute chart? Let me get my 2-hour up. All right, that's better. Now we can see what the hell we're talking about. So we've seen now the 1 hour. Yep, that thing closed underneath. So I guess we're going to Beartown. At least what the day looks like. 14,050 is our top resistance. 14K will also be a problem today. And I think we're going to have problems around this 13.9. Looks like 13.9 is going to be a bit of a resistance as well. Let's check out, you guys vote on what else you want. We'll, of course, put Tesla here in the bottom right as per usual. Let's get that thing on a 5-minute chart. And we'll check out everything else. So, to answer your question, analysis help, I'd answered that. What was my first stock? West Farmers, and then Apple. And then 3, HYFM. Monkey. HYFM, okay. Hydro Farm Holdings. Ooh, not bad. See, sometimes I see charts and I'm just like, oh, I like that. Why? Because it's got some actual structure to it. A lot of the charts you guys give me, they're horrible and I don't like them. This one I like more. Lot of buying pressure coming through here. Crazy volume, dude. That's big volume. Farm machinery. Everything in farm machinery is doing well right now. Trucks, construction, farm machinery. You know, I went to like a farm thing because I come from a farm. And I went and looked at tractors. You know, they jacked the tractor price up like 40% over 2 years. Greedy. John Deere's greedy, guys. They're all greedy. And they don't care. I've never seen a tractor salesman be like basically flipping you off when you try to get a deal out of them. They don't care. They don't want your prices. They want to charge you RRP. It's RRP or nothing for you. Nothing for you. AMD, yeah, AMD is a good one. We should watch AMD. All right, let's have a look here. So we got buying pressure wicks coming through on this. Then we go to the daily. Closure above. Oh, it's pretty good. 70 is a problem. 70 is a problem. Massive volume. Why is it so big? The hell happened yesterday? You guys got to check what news that is. I don't know what the news is. I assume it's some like hyper stonk that's shorted or something. I don't know. But yeah, this actually looks pretty interesting. The volume started picking up after that gap down. So there was big volume on it. Maybe something on the internet. I don't know this stock very well. Resistance breakout of 70 will be a big deal. And then we can move towards 90. You obviously, 13th of May is the point of concern. Thanks very much, Dave. I'll check it out. Supposedly I missed a super chat. Let's see who it is. Edgy Sun. I did miss yours, Edgy Sun. I didn't even see it come up in my... Where are you, Edgy Sun? Strange. It literally isn't there. Anyway, I'll read your one in just a second, Edgy Sun. I think HYFM looks all right. $70 is pretty good. And yeah, the movement through is all right. Edgy Sun, Australian $2.99. Hey, Tom, what do you think of XTZ? Let's do it quickly for you there, sir. XTZ, looks like it's a crypto. Breakout is occurring currently. Let's go to... important level, so we probably want to wait for a close. Go 4 hour. Do this one quickly for you, sir. Yeah. I love that consolidation. I love that. I love the breakout that's occurring. It looks pretty damn good. I'd love it to close past 575 for you as well so that you can move back onto the highs. It's kind of like an inverse then, but already it's looking very strong. 2050 will act as dynamic support for you as well. This looks relatively good. XTZ looking relatively good for you on the Kraken network if those are correct. And if the closure happens, let's say above this 4 hour 200 as well, and it holds the day, that's going to be good as well. This does look correct. It looks very correct for further movement up. Good luck, Edgy Son. Not bad. We've got another donation coming in here. Then we'll get stuck into it. We've got 4 minutes. Operation Red Pill Super Chat, $5. CME, thank you very much for the $5. CME, what's your opinion on Comerica? You want this one? You want CME? Obviously a brokerage firm, do most of the big contracts out there. Recovered relatively nicely. Actually fell off quite a lot. These fall a lot more than you think during the crashes in markets. Like they fall a lot more than you think. But the contracts have come back. It's all about volume. How much volume are they doing? Earnings just happened. Obviously not the greatest earnings call, it looks like. Not the worst. Support 1200 makes sense. Resistance 210. If you keep going up here, resistance 210, you snap 210 though, I think it's going to go well above this high. 220, did it hit 230? 225. So you want to watch 225 if you break a new point. And I think once you get through 210 again, you could be going to the 225. This looks all right in the charts. 2 hour. Yeah, it looks all right in the charts. Right in the middle zone at this point. If you're in it, you're in it. And if you're not, then you only got 10. And then once it gets past the 210, you can see that breakout, $15 through there. All right, let's go back over. Let's get the AMD down. AMD is ready to rock. We are coming into this market open here, guys. We are looking at a 0.63% down US 100 Nasdaq. That's not too bad. It was a bit worse. US 500 down 0.47. IWM down. Tesla down to 667. So things have recovered slightly there. Apple's supposedly ripping. That would be good. Let's have a look at Apple. I'm not sure if that's ripping, but it is going up there. Tesla firming. Yes. It's meme time, says Nick Chu. Could be. Tom's so jealous of your Apple stonk. I sold it, Nick. I didn't hold it the whole time. Come on, guys. We're trading. We're trading. We can't always be holding the long YOLO stock. I should have held it more. But I want that damn 4G phone. Okay. I want the 4 gigabyte original iPhone sealed. And I know how expensive it is, but I do want it. IWM. What else do people vote for? Riot. CSL got away for Tom. Didn't for my dad. It's his best stock for sure. CSL's a god. Or my sister. Yeah, she got given CSL. That was pretty cool. Got given 10K and it turned into a lot more. It's CSL's a beast. So we're 1 minute off the open here. I'm just going to randomly put a stock in there. How long have we got? 30 seconds. By the time you're seeing this, you're probably already open. I will put in, oh my God, Teladoc. Yeah, let's go with Teladoc. All right, guys, I'm going to play the bell for you. Congratulations to make it through the week. I stole the bell from the Nasdaq. One day I'll come over to America. We'll do a meet and greet somewhere. I don't know where, but we will, and we will not drink Starbucks coffee. Okay? That's not what we're going to be doing. We'll be eating Chick-fil-A or something like that. 82.68 for AMD on the open, which is kind of where we expected to open. So it is down a little bit. Let's hope we get some buying pressure off this level. You can see the support there found previous buying. What's going on? US 100, 13.86. Tesla firming to the 670 zone. Still new low was formed. TDOC, I expect this to be boring as around this level. I think there is going to be buying here. Square, 244, net down. Airbnb down 3%. Wow, that's pretty bad. 3%. So the whole market is down. Let's have a look at the broad runs. Let's go here. Bitcoin, yeah, whatever. Microvision, 21%. Oxygen down 3.6. Costs, one of those short squeeze stocks. Tilray, AMC holders only down 0.4. GME only down 0.22. Let's go to the screener of all the big stocks. Alexion, biotech, there's very little green. Look how little green there is. It's a red day. Only red. Skyworks, Dex, ResMed, all of the bios, it looks like. BeGene, whatever that is. Roku, DocuSign. I don't like DocuSign. Does anyone else like DocuSign? I was signing some documents the other day in DocuSign. I went, you know what? I don't like this. Do you guys like DocuSign? Tell me right now. Community, what do you think? DocuSign, yes or no? Is it good? Do you use it and like the thing? I mean, it's better than not having it. But is it that amazing? PLTR acting weird per usual. That's right, back. It is really weird. Really weird. PayPal down. What isn't down? All our favorites are down. They're all down. Kind of want to see like where Spotify ends up. There could be some good opportunities though soon, you know. With this kind of stuff brings opportunity. So US 100 now finding a little bit of a bounce. Tesla back 671. DocuSign is free. No, it's okay. Nope. I like FXE sign, says Johnny Knoxville. Congratulations, Johnny, on making it to the end of the week. Docu is my largest holding, Simon Alexander does. So you like Docu. That's good. I mean, I don't mind. I hope you do really well off it. I use it, but I hate it. DocuSign, use it, but yeah, nah. I like not having to see a person to sign things. That's true. Love DocuSign. Adobe will take DocuSign's market. That I see that. I see that, Greater Spokane. I totally agree with you. Why can't it take DocuSign's market? Why can't Adobe take them? Can someone tell me here in the chat why Adobe can't take out DocuSign? I know it's kind of like a different business, but at the same time, isn't it a natural fit for their PDFs? AMD still finding some struggles here. Did recover there to the 83 quickly and then bounce back down. Tesla is finding buy support. Remember, the first hour is the retail hour. I just used DoorDash, so therefore DoorDash to the moon. Buy Doge. Up 2.59. I think it was more about XRP today. XRP was the coin of choice for the big ones. And then the other day, it was all about cake. It was all about cake. Jeremy Young says, DocuSign doesn't look modern. Yes. It's been the same and frustrating in that, yeah, I feel like it's been the same for a long time. Adobe has the higher ground. Yeah, we know what happened in Star Wars on that one. When you get the high ground, you're doing well. So this is a good start here. Very nice an initial start to the session from what was red. Remember, we're not in a bear or a correction market or anything like that right now, guys. It's expected. AMD, best technical there is today. So let's see what's going on there. Yeah, we're not in. There is no sign of bearishness other than we're really far away from the mean reversion. And we're near that kind of, that SP 500 trend line. Other than that, has the market given us a real signal for bearishness? Not yet. This is just all noise in the middle of the stream of nothingness. So we're just waiting to get clear direction at this point, and we're still optimistically bullish until something happens that tells us otherwise. Quite so we're very, very, people are very split between whether they like DocuSign or not. So it's good. That's how it should be. People like it. People don't like it. I just feel like because Adobe can't write good software or websites, that's kind of true. They don't make things easy sometimes. Yeah. Bitcoin and weed stocks today. Oh, interesting. How are the weed stocks going? Tilray up 1.42. Sundial up 0.78, and Afria up 1.36. MBIS down hard. Mara up 4.31. Few people will be happy with that Mara move. So it looks like the morning is firming here. Look, I wish everybody, of course, the best of weekends. I'll be making a video tomorrow talking about what's going on in this market. As always, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support throughout the week, guys. It's been great. If you're interested in joining up to the course, of course, you can find the course details in the description below. We have a private group, and of course, we've got the public group, exclamation mark Discord in the chat right now. That will give you the link. Let me do it for you. Wait, where am I? Let me do it for you. If you're not in there, get in there. If you don't know what Discord is, where have you been? Where have you been? You've got to get in the Discord. It's awesome. And I've got to say, get those memes out in the weekend, guys. I want to see you working overtime on the memes so we can get them in the video. I'll leave you with a bit of hype. And I wish each and every one of you the best of weekends. I think it's going to be a great time to trade over the next couple of years. Don't go anywhere. It's just going to get better. Even if the market gets worse, remember, we'll be going through some ways of cookie cuttering it over slow times. A lot of people think, oh, when the market doesn't move 20%, it's crap. It's actually easier to trade when the market moves less. I know that doesn't make much sense to you now, but it is true. When the market moves less, it is easier to trade. Is it easy to trade over the recession? It's easier to make investment decisions. Not easier to trade. I'm telling you. It's much harder, actually. Whoa. Too loud. Alright, guys. It's Friday. Switch it over. Feeling great. Hope you're feeling great. Mohammed says safe moon. No, not safe moon, Mohammed. Unsafe moon. Ponzi moon. We don't do that here, bro. Thank you to mods. Cool. All right, guys. Catch you soon. Are we starting or ending? Says Truly Messiah. Oh, we're ending, bro. I'm done with this week. This week was earnings. I am tired, guys. Tired. Earnings week is not an easy week for an investor. You got to read crap. You got to look at charts. I mean, you guys must be exhausted. I'm feeling pretty wrecked. You guys must be wrecked. We'll make a video on the weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck. Hopefully the bloodbath does not come to your stock. I wish you all the best.